and welcome to Roxy's Go Homesteading. Today's video is going to be about the 5 reasons to get Nigerian Dwarf goats. Um, as you all know, I only own Nigerian Dwarfs. I don't have any other type of goats. I would like to get some mini Nubians, which I think would be cool. Their floppy ears are cute. Anyways, I usually don't do these slideshow types of videos, but I like to try things out, so we're trying this out this Wednesday. Like I said, I post every Wednesday, so make sure you subscribe and comment down below if you like this style or not. The main reason why I got Nigerian Dwarfs is because of their butterfat content. It is higher than other goats for sure. You might be wondering what butterfat is. So it's basically cream in the best sense I can describe it. It makes the milk sweeter in taste and more creamy. So Nigerian jars have a 6%, it's 10% butterfat, which makes the milk very, very sweet. Most goats only have a 2% to 6% butterfat, but Nigerian jars have so much it's almost worth not getting that half a gallon more or whatnot of milk than for the butter fat because it is so delicious. The milk is so smooth and rich. It is super good. You might want the definition. It's this butter fat or the milk fat is the fatty portion of the milk. So goat's milk doesn't, the cream doesn't separate from the milk like cows does. Like usually in the morning after you milk the cow, there is a thick layer of cream on the top. With goat's milk, it takes a lot longer for it to separate. So if you wanted to make your butters and all that, you would have to get a cream separator or wait those days and separate the cream by yourself. Because after a while, it does start to separate, just a very little, but it does separate after a while. Another thing I'd like to say about the milk is that it is a very, not sweet like maple syrup sweet, but like sweeter than most milks, and it's so smooth, it is delicious. If you ever get the chance to try it, or you get to have your own, then that'd be great. Another thing is if you live in colder climates, this will be better for you. It might not matter for some people, but it did matter to me because we live in a very hot climate, so we need to have the doughs bred before it gets super hot here. So, if you didn't know, some goats can only breed in the fall and spring, which means that if you dry up for the summer or you only milk for such long, then you don't have any milk during the summer or you don't have any milk during the winter, depending on your schedule. But Nigerian dwarfs go into heat usually monthly. Um, I had a doe that was very difficult to breed because I think she is only a spring and fall breeder because I couldn't get her bred during the summer, but she did end up having babies in the after all that. So as you know, they are smaller goats. Are they're mini basically. That's where they get their dwarf name from. They only get about 20 inches tall. They can get a little taller. And I have some goats are smaller than the 20 inches, like, but they are still sassy. They still all have their own personalities. They definitely don't miss that out. And they're just smaller, which makes them easier to handle, which is a good thing if you have kids around, or just in general if you need to load them in the car or whatever with them, or in the box that you have for them. Then it does make a great thing, and I love how small they are. They're super cute all the time. Since they are smaller, they don't need as much space. So this is good for if you're a backyard farmer and you only have an acre, then you can have 3 or 4 goats on your property. But if you have a bigger goat, then you have less goats, which is kind of a bad thing because then you can get more goats. And then it's goat math. But anyways, so they only need about 250 square feet. The more you can give them, the better. But for those smaller places, they are good because they are capable of being in those smaller spaces. But just make sure they have hay and all that. Pasture is a good thing too. But if you don't, then just make sure they have hay. Since they are smaller, they eat less. That makes sense, right? Uh, so if you're only getting a bale at a time, if you had big goats, they would be eating it way faster than the smaller goats. The smaller goats don't eat as much, and a bale will last a good amount of time. If I believe right, two goats, I think a month with one bale. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I only had two goats. But yeah, so it lasts a long time. It makes it more affordable because they are smaller. So instead of buying 4 bales a month, you can buy one. Vice versa. I don't know how much they eat. I just know it was about a bale a month when I had two. It might have been every 2 weeks ish, but it wasn't very much compared to a horse or a cow. They certainly did eat less. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. I post every Wednesday, so make sure you subscribe so you get notified when I post. I don't know what next week's video is about, so I can't give you any hints. But yeah, thank you so much for the 21 subscribers I do have. It does make a difference when I post. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, I hope you have an awesome day, and bye.